complicated. No conversation, get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Tannehill's Dolphins.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Now Ryan on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body bros guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. He is, by the way, Jarvis Landry, the man who led the NFL in receptions this last year, 112 of them.
The only issue for him, because he did put it in the end zone 9 times, and people fear him as a running back after he catches the ball, he only averaged 8.8 yards per catch, and that's really down for him. Normally, he gets more after it, but boy, he is a catch machine in the short career he's had.
Also had a career-high 9 touchdowns in 2017, more than the last 2 years combined. Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A give to Drake running left. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tannehill now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6. Found their...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. Now the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now on first down, Drake again. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Ryan on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right there around the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense lining up first and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. But sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the give, this is Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long. But maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a handoff for Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Adrian Claiborne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more.